A large part of economics doesn't have a direct policy impact, but some kinds of economics and some kinds of economists think of themselves as very, very policy relevant. And probably I think that development is a development of the last 100 years or so, and above all, it's associated with the Keynesian revolution. In that tradition, you're thinking of big aggregates, aggregate supply, aggregate demand, what governments can do to alter that. Keynesian economics, I think, comes into its own, both as an answer to the Great Depression and as a way of conducting the management of a planned economy during wartime. So the big mobilization of the Second World War in the United States and the UK is largely conducted in terms of these macroeconomic aggregates, in Germany, the Soviet Union as well. So all the belligerents are doing this. But macroeconomics doesn't necessarily tell you what to do about making society more innovative or how to be more flexible or more active. And probably some people will then come to the conclusion that there's a really limitation, practical limitation on what a Keynesian approach can do, and that thinking about other spheres of economic activity depends on these microeconomic calculations. And one of the big developments more recently, since the Keynesian revolution, is the looking for microeconomic foundations for macro. But putting that into a policy context is much, much harder. So the more you go into the micro world, I think the less you really think that you can influence policy and be what you describe as being an economic engineer.